Dagsboro area. They're doing long-term work at Main Street over Pepper Creek near Iron Branch Road. So, just heads up regarding that. Looks good in Worcester County on Route 50 and 92 and from Ocean City, 589 through Ocean Pines, 113 from Bishopville to Berlin to Snow Hill, all the way to Pocomo, good. And Wycomico County rolling through on 50 from Willage to Pittsville to Parsonsburg, bypass around Salisbury, good, 50 good to the Bay Bridge. That's your traffic for the Voice Radio Network.
All right, 828, it is a Bill and Jessica show. We're live on our Official Power Facebook page. Head on over, check it out, share the video. We have a special guest on the line, Dr. Maria Mayer, who is actually one of the hosts of Exhibition Bigfoot. It airs on Sundays on the Travel Channel and Discovery Plus. Exhibition Bigfoot and Season 3. That's what she's promoting today.
Wow,
so
okay.
we go live to the hotline right now. Dr. Maria Mayer, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you? Welcome to the Bill and Jessica show. We appreciate you checking in. Got to talk about
Thank
Bigfoot.
you.
Yes, Season 3, Expedition Bigfoot, premiering Sunday, March the 30th, Travel Channel and Discovery Plus. Before we get into all of our questions, because, I got a lot of them, let's go ahead and, promote the show and talk about what you got coming up this season.
Sounds great.
So go right ahead. Tell us all about what you got coming up on Sunday and, what we can expect.
So we've got well, first of all, we were able, if you've been following the show, we were able to go back to Washington State after being basically pushed out by these devastating wildfires last season, just as we were starting to really get close to getting some answers. Mm-hmm. And so being able to go back there, it felt like we really had an edge, knowing the area, knowing exactly where we needed to go. And boy, did it not disappoint. I mean, there was a part of me that thought, is going back, going to yield the same results that it was yielding the season before? And it was more than we could have ever really hoped for. I am a friend of Dr. Jane Goodall's, and I reached out to her. She was actually a part of our show, which you can now see on Discovery Plus, and we did this interview with her where she really shared some very surprising things about her thoughts on Bigfoot and just the importance of keeping on an open mind and the real possibility of something being out there. So I think that there's a lot of great stuff that viewers are really going to be excited about this year.
Right. No, absolutely. And I mean, you guys, this is not just like a show for entertainment. You guys really, you're really doing this research. I mean, you're really, looking.
This is like one of the biggest mysteries ever.
It really is. And, my background as a primatologist, I had spent my entire adult life and career in pursuit of rare, mysterious, elusive animals that were deemed impossible by many to find.
Right.
Some of them had also never been photographed. They had never been studied. And so I came into this expedition with that sort of mindset, right? Like I treat it like any one of my other expeditions, and it's really grounded in science, the way that I look for evidence, and that the team analyzes all of this is no different than when I was off in, Madagascar or the Amazon or Congo searching for these other primates.
All right. Well, let me ask you this: what would you say to? And I'm sure you've heard this before. What would you say to someone who's like, yeah, I like the show and all, but come on, how is there something out there that you've never seen? You know what I mean?
I think that's probably the toughest thing for not just people watching the show, but even for me as a scientist.
Yeah.
And all I can say is that at the heart of science is curiosity and wonder and that possibility of discovery. We discover new species all the time. I mean, on a yearly basis, there are dozens of discoveries. Western lowland gorillas, which are, up to 400 pounds, right? These are massive animals. They were only discovered a little over 100 years ago, which in the grand scale of things isn't really a very long time. And so I know from experience, being, say, out in the Congo, that we could be next to a group of these gorillas only just a few feet away and not know that they're there. When you couple that with the fact that animals have an amazing way of adapting to their environment that includes physical adaptations like camouflage, where these animals literally blend into their substrate and remain unseen. it's not out of the realm of possibility that even something reportedly to be this large could remain unseen all these years.
You put like hidden cameras out there, like at night, like you ever like? I mean, I'm sure you have.
Of course, yeah, no. We use all the technology available at our disposal, and in fact, one of the things that was exciting for me is that so much of this cutting-edge technology that we're able to incorporate into the expeditions is something that I would never have had access to. I mean, things that had not even been deployed by the military, for example, that really gives us an edge, right? Because there's only so much, even sort of visibly for humans, like we're limited by our own with what's available to us innately. But like all of this high tech is able to give us that edge that may be able to push the needle forward on this.
Yeah. Well, I'm always obsessed with, like, I know it's Bigfoot and the pursuit of Bigfoot, etc. But I'm always obsessed with when you guys find like the big footprints, and then you guys, and forgive me if I sound like I'm just a stupid radio guy, like talking to an expert, but I'm like, oh
no,
man.
not at all.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys are like, this is way bigger than a bear's footprint, and man, this is huge. And is that like your main source of, like, I guess, things that you find? Your findings.
Those are exciting moments when you find things in the field that don't belong to any other, say, known species that are out there. Those are the exciting moments. But then that's when, like, the real science begins, because you start to analyze these things and question what could have made it, what possibility is it. Sometimes, for example, we'll find a big footprint and everyone gets really excited, and then upon closer inspection, like, bears tend to, like, double step. And so we have to eliminate sort of what could have caused it. But there have been so many moments on this last expedition where I have basically ruled everything out that we know that is there, that could have possibly, done it. And that's where the real excitement is, because now we have, like, a lead into something that is different.
What's the closest you've been in your, journey on finding Bigfoot? What's the closest that you think you've been?
Oh my goodness. And this is where it gets tough, because, for example, in Kentucky last year, we actually found evidence of chimpanzee eDNA in an area where obviously chimpanzees are not known to be. So that was rather interesting. But on this last expedition this season, there was a moment that I can't fully disclose, but it still keeps me up at night, because I think that for sure is the closest that we've been.
So we got to watch the show to find out, huh?
You certainly do.
All right.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. Again, Doc, we appreciate you checking in. Dr. Maria Mayer. Definitely check the show out. It is season 3 of Expedition Bigfoot, premiering this Sunday, March 30th, Travel Channel and Discovery Plus. If people want to find out more about the show, or maybe they want to, follow you're on social media and all that.
And it actually premiered on March 20th, so you actually have time to catch up if you go on Discovery Plus now. It's streaming. You can watch the pre-show with Jane Goodall and the first episode before the second episode hits this Sunday.
Oh, gotcha. I apologize about that, but it's all good. We're definitely going to be checking it out. Do you guys have, like, social media and, a website and all that?
Yes. So, I mean, I've got, of course, my website, MariaMayer.com. I'm also on Instagram at Maria Mayer. And then, of course, there's the Travel Channel website, which also will give you a good glimpse into what's to come into the season.
Thank you so much for checking in. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Every Sunday.